What's up, guys? It's episode 309. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being here. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm here once a week. And head over to patreon.com/tjms if you want to support me and become a patron. It's $5 a month. It's always $5. There's $5, $10, and $20, but just based off of what I'm observing in the world right now, I'm pretty sure $5 is all you can afford. So I get it. I understand. I'm not judging you for only signing up for signing up for the $5 tier. Once again, Jesus, this is an interesting start to the episode already. Once again, patreon.com/tjms. Go check it out. All right, let's do the episode. So I want to set the scene real quick for you. It's Sunday. It's 12:30 p.m. I went on a run on the beach this morning with my dog. It was pouring down rain. It was great. And I needed that run. I needed to go clear my head because, you guys, I'm so sad about the world right now. Honestly, yeah, the reason I needed that run was because I rolled out of bed this morning at 6 a.m., grabbed my phone like I always do, got on this update account. It's called @Ukraine.ua on Instagram, and I went down a rabbit hole of these war images they've posted, and like the latest post today, it's so harrowing. It's so like gut-wrenching to see these images of like people. It's just like they posted like swipe throughs, like multiple swipe throughs today of civilian bodies being blown up, and it's fucking sobering. And it's just like it literally, like, I started getting emotional. I was like in bed at 6 a.m. like about to cry because I saw this woman's hand with a beautiful red manicure, and I think there was like a heart on one of her fingertips. She was blown to pieces, and it was just a picture of her arm and that beautiful manicure, but her arm was like black and blown up. And like, yeah, so that's how I started my day. And I'm honestly in this weird mental place right now because of the war going on over there and just like the fuckery that society has become now. And I've been really in my head about it lately because honestly, I don't know if you're the same way as me, or if you have the same like content consuming routine as me, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, okay? And I listen to a lot of people dissect the current events happening and literally like what the fuck is happening to this planet. And you know, like it's so anyways, like what's new? I feel like everyone's talking about it. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be another podcast today for you talking about how fucked up the world is, but yeah, I'm kind of sad. I want to make this episode light and fun. I have some things queued up here. I'm going to do like a Q&A thing and then like a fun quiz. And I do have a couple story times to tell you first. One about my neighbor who I'm in a laundry war with. Speaking of war, first world problems over here. I'm in a laundry war right now with my neighbor. Jesus, how do I segue from the Ukraine war to that? Fuck. Yeah, I have a story time about that. I want to refresh you all listening. I want to give you a little refresh about my why and why I'm podcasting, because I think that's important to mention. I haven't mentioned it in a while, so I want to talk about that. Yeah, and then the story time I'm going to tell you about my laundry war is going to segue into a theory or a math equation about God, this is already getting too deep. Why the internet is dividing us. Oh my God, that I want to keep it light and fun, but I'm also going to talk about why the internet is dividing us and literally give you a math equation. Jesus. So let's see. I went on a run this morning. It's called Fiesta Island here in San Diego, and it was great. I needed that, cleared my head, and now I'm podcasting. And I'll be honest. Here's the first like funny thing I'm going to say today. I watched my dog shit out my thong, like my entire thong this morning. It was the first, it's so weird having a dog. I feel like until you get one, and I have a large dog. I have a golden retriever. Like, you don't realize it until you get your own dog and you live in a city where you have to clean up their shit, like with your bare hand, like every single time they shit for the rest of their life. Like, he's a shit factory and I'm a shit picker up machine or whatever. I'm a shit cleaner. Like multiple times a day, every single day, 7 days a week. It's like nonstop, right? But the first object that came out of his ass this morning at the beach was my entire like pink thong. So he had somehow gotten into my laundry basket or my drawer and he pulled it out and he ate the entire thing. And I just got to laugh at that. Like, I can't get mad at him. It's just fucking hilarious because it's like this dog he's got a personality and like, and he's like, everything he does is funny. And I feel like everyone says that about their dog, but my dog especially is funny. And yeah, so, what else could I tell you? Maybe a confession about, speaking of dog shit. I'm just trying to like lighten the mood right now. Get off the dark war Ukraine stuff I just mentioned. But speaking of shit, I do have a confession to make. I was actually thinking about this before I started recording. I'm like, my coffee machine. So I was making my coffee. Shout out James Coffee here in San Diego. I'm using their reusable glass jar today for my hot coffee. So my garbage can and my coffee machine, my Breville Barista Express coffee machine are like within, a foot of each other here in my kitchen. And as I'm making this coffee for the episode, I'm like, Jacqueline, Jesus Christ, like, this is the last time, like, you're gonna, okay, just follow this. I was like, Jacqueline, you're an adult. You should not be standing over your counter making your coffee, smelling those coffee beans brew, and also smell a little bit of dog shit perfuming out of your garbage can. Like, stop being a lazy fuck. Find a garbage can on the street. Go out of your way. If it takes a couple extra blocks to find that garbage can, find the garbage can, or go to your own big dumpster in the back and like take the extra 2 minutes and do the passcode and open it and throw that shit bag in there instead of fucking dumping it into your garbage can. Because, like, yes, I buy the scented garbage bags, and so there's like a nice fresh scent going and it kind of masks odors, but like, I've been lazy, and I've been in this bad habit of just quickly taking my dog out, bringing the shit bag back in my kitchen and dumping it in there, and it's just, I gotta stop. So yeah, I don't know, if you live in a city, I feel like everyone's cool with like, you can take your dog's bag and like poop bag and like put it in their garbage can, but like some days, like, they're hard to find, and I throw it in my kitchen garbage. And so yeah, okay, that was my little confession time, my little stupid confession time about being a lazy adult who picks her dog shit up and throws it into her kitchen garbage. You guys, who's sick and tired of me talking about my dog? Honestly, I feel like that's all I have to talk about now, but like, whatever. I'm trying to lighten the mood. So, and honestly, I'm in my head right now about that segment because when my boyfriend first listened to my podcast, he listened to like one episode full, like all the way through, and the feedback, he gave me some really positive feedback. and said something so amazing, like, this just makes me want to find out more about the type of woman you are and how your brain works and how you think and all this like stuff. And then he also mentioned that, oh, you said shit a lot. So I guess that's a word I use a lot in every episode, and I know I just did that, but you know what? Whatever. Okay. Let's go into real quick why I'm podcasting, why I'm here, why I'm doing this. If you're a new listener, or if you're a listener, or if you've been listening for a while, I think it's important to mention to everyone. So basically, I know what it's like to be sad, depressed, down, feeling alone, just, yeah, like feeling like in the dumps, and turning to the internet, turning to content creators, turning to podcasts, turning to YouTubers for a sense of comfort and like peace. Like there's something so peaceful about it. It's like just you and them. And I know it's all virtual and it's not real, but if it fucking feels good, it makes your life improves your life a little bit in the moment that you're feeling bad. So that's what I want to be here. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to be here on the internet for you, is to be like that. Yeah, that comfy podcast you listen to once a week, or just that person who you keep up with and their life story, because you find that you relate to it in some way, or you get entertained by it in some way. And yeah, that's kind of I guess that's it. That's honestly, it doesn't need to be more complicated or like more deep than that. I feel like a lot of times I come across advice and inspiration about becoming a content creator, and it's like there's a huge emphasis on like adding value and like educating your audience and leaving them with something, that they can take with them and use out in the world, and like it's all about like serving people in a very like meaningful, wholesome way like that, where you're like you're not just you're not just like wasting their time talking about dog shit like I just did, or not wasting your time. Like, I mean, if you're still listening, you're still being entertained, so whatever. So yeah, it's not, my podcast is just like, yeah, it's fun, it's light, I'm here like a friend, and that's it. Okay, quick water break before I get into my laundry war story time. I'm drinking out of straws. Okay, so I have so much lip gloss on right now that like I can't, if I sip my beverages, I have coffee and this sparkling Trader Joe's water. If I sip the lip of them, my lip gloss will get all fucked, so I use these ridiculously long straws. And yeah, anyways. Okay, water break over. Let's talk about the laundry room. Okay, so I talk about laundry a lot here on the podcast. Back in the day, I told you how I have this quirk about going to a specific laundromat like 20 miles, or it's like 20 minutes away from me. It's like there's one like a mile away, but I go to one that's like out of town, because I liked it so much, because it had these lattes you could buy in a vending machine, and I really liked that. And they also accepted your credit card or your debit card or whatever instead of coins, and that made me feel less poor, because like going to a laundromat makes you feel it always makes me feel poor. So the fact they took your card instead of quarters, just like really, it just made me feel better. And it was like classy, it was nice, really well taken care of. All the machines were like really new. So yeah, that was my old laundry routine. And the fucked up thing about that is that I have a laundry room here at my apartment complex that I can use, and I decided to drive like 20 minutes away once a week instead. So anyways, now I'm doing my laundry in that laundry room, and there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn about being a good neighbor. Okay, from that laundry room. So, speaking of neighbors, I don't know what it is. Like, my neighbors, there's like 20 people probably total. My neighbors piss me off for no reason. And that's kind of messed up to say, but like literally if I just hear a door shut, I'm like, fuck you. Like it's just like every noise is annoying. Every time they walk past me and I'm walking past them and we're like going through the same doorway, it's like I just get annoyed. I don't know why. Okay. And so I feel like if I feel that way, there's got to be someone else here that feels that way. And it just so happens that my old man neighbor really fucking feels that way and really hates everyone here, especially me, because he has cussed me out multiple times now about that in that laundry room. And I guess here's a story for you. So it started with lock the fucking door. That was the first time he yelled at me. And then this past Tuesday, he yelled at me again because apparently he does laundry every morning at 6 a.m. or every Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. That's what he told me. And basically what happened was the night before I did my laundry at like 6:30 to like 8 p.m. And I went to go grab my last load out of the dryer, but it looked like a fucking construction zone or construction site in there. All the there's only 2 machines. Oh my God, did I even mention? This is why it's such a fucking mess here and so chaotic and annoying. It's because there's only 1 washer and 1 dryer for like all these people, and everyone's constantly using it. So yeah. Anyways, the 1 washer and the 1 dryer were like moved. He was like drilling and like doing shit in there, and it was just like loud. And I had like my load in the dryer, but it was like you couldn't even access it because of how he had moved everything. So I was like, you know what, it's the end of the day. I'll wake up early tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, and I'll grab my clothes out of the dryer. So I just thought, I thought that was reasonable. I wasn't, in a hurry to like get them, because who was going to be up at 6 a.m. the next morning to use the laundry room, right? Well, it turns out that my old man neighbor does his laundry every Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. And guys, I'm still shooken up by this. Honestly, it's I don't like getting yelled at, for real yelled at, where someone's like the type of yelling Will Smith. So like when Will Smith yelled at why was I gonna say Kevin Hart? Chris Rock. The way he yelled at him was like very like intense, right? I can't stand when people yell at me like that. It like shakes me up for like days. And so I wake up, it's like 6:15. Okay, well, I'm a little late to I was originally gonna go in at 6 a.m. Okay, whatever. It's like, okay, not that serious. It's just laundry room at 6 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. Who's doing their laundry? So it's like 6:15. I go to the door with my key, and I have my laundry bag, and I'm like, oh my God, what did the construction man do last night to the keyhole? It's all fucked up. I tried to use my laundry key in there, and it was like the whole thing was like someone had gone in and just like literally like tried to mess up the keyhole so you couldn't put your key in. Well, oh, and I also noticed it sounded like someone's laundry was going in there. So that's me. Like, these are my first impressions here at the laundry room the next morning. And next thing I know, old man neighbor walks down his balcony, kind of slow and just like serious. He like turns the corner and he comes over and he's like, is that your fucking laundry in there? I do my laundry every Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Take your fucking shit out. You're not supposed to leave it in there overnight. And blah, blah, blah. And he's like going the fuck in, like really intense. And it's like probably waking up the neighborhood. That was definitely waking people up. The weight, the level of like the volume he was yelling. So I'm just like immediately calm I'm shooken up, but I'm like trying to keep my cool. And I'm like, hey, it wasn't intentional. There was a maintenance man in there. He's like, come back tomorrow morning and pick it up. I couldn't even access it because he had moved the machines, and it wasn't intentional. And he goes, yeah, well, I threw out your fucking laundry up on the shelf there, so you're gonna have to get it down. And and because so yeah, he said that, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, what is he talking about? So I go in the laundry room. Oh, and I also mentioned, I was like, oh, were you able to unlock it? I was having trouble unlocking the keyhole. And he goes, oh yeah, it's probably because it's cold outside right now. But no, he totally like fucked it up. Like, I think we have to get that replaced now. So anyways, I go in the laundry room, and I'm like, there are my clothes up high. Like, he threw them. It was like hard to get to. He just like threw them out of the dryer. And at that moment, I was like, Jacqueline, you're gonna turn this bitch around. You're gonna turn this negative energy into a positive, into positive energy. So I move slow as fuck, and I sit up. I get my ass up on the dryer, because that's how I was gonna access my clothes he threw up on the shelf. I sit my ass on the dryer, get my laundry bag, and I'm doing like one at a time. Okay, I'm taking my sweet time. He's at the door. I'm taking it down really slow. There's my thong he had thrown up there. There's my booty shorts, my like sweat shorts, my sweatpants, my yoga pants. Okay, just taking everything down one by one. I tell this man to his face, I said, it's easy to be an asshole to people you don't know. I was like, hi, I'm Jacqueline. I've been here for 2 years, and this won't happen again. I'm sorry that this pissed you off. And he goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I shouldn't have spoken to you that way. I actually got really bad news this morning at 5 a.m. and it's put me in a bad mood, and I'm so sorry. He's like, you know what? I should get your laundry down. I can see you're having trouble getting it. Like, I threw it up there. I should take it down. He just started like backpedaling or whatever, or like, but that's so true. Like, yeah, if he didn't know me personally. He's never talked to me before, other than the other time he told me did I say this already? Yeah, like a week prior, he told me to lock the fucking door at the laundry room because he thought I didn't lock it, which, like, okay, I'll take accountability for my actions. I didn't lock the door, but I also was just like going back to my apartment real quick to grab more soap. So I was like, okay, from the laundry room to my apartment is like 1 minute. If I keep it unlocked while I'm doing laundry in there for that 1 minute, it's like no one's gonna go in there and fucking steal shit or like do this guy. Oh, later he told me that people go in there when you leave the door unlocked and shoot heroin. Like, the homeless people will go in there. So within that minute of me walking back to my apartment to get soap and going back to the laundry room, that wasn't gonna fucking happen. But you know what happened? He had walked by and noticed that the door is unlocked, and that's when he said, lock the fucking door. So I was probably already on a shit list. So we had talked before, but he didn't know me personally. So yeah, I told him it's easy to be an asshole to people you don't know. Hi, I'm Jacqueline. I introduced myself because, that was me kind of, standing up for myself there a little bit. And yeah, we ended up just like talking, two neighbors shooting the shit. And I was straight up with them. I was like, look, this laundry room fucking annoys me. People annoy me here. I don't even know my neighbors here, and I don't even know you, but like everyone here is annoying. Like, you're annoying. Like, I get it. I literally said that. I was like, I get how you feel. Like, anytime I see someone else doing laundry in there, I get, and when I want to do it, I get pissed. So I get it. I was just trying to like relate to him a little bit. Yeah. And then what else happened? We started talking about our careers. He's like, hey, like somehow he asked me what I did. I was like, oh, I work in PR. And he's like, yeah, I used to work in PR. And anyways, I guess something else I want to mention about that, a little like nugget of wisdom, is that, or this is just for I just feel like in my mind, this is how I think, what am I saying? In my head, like, this is how you should live your life, okay? But like, you don't have to apply this to yours or do this, but it's just what feels best for me. So when people come at you hot like that, when people start yelling at you like that, I feel like it's easy to clap back and to fight back and to yell back and to get heated back. and tell him off and start swearing. And like, I could have done that easily, but I made a conscious decision to slow down, stay calm, be like kind, and lead with love. You're just like, it sounds so fucking cheesy, but like, yeah, I wasn't coming at him hot back. I was very calm, and yes, I called him an asshole to his face subtly, but he knew he was being an asshole. He's old enough and wise enough to know what he was doing, and he ended up apologizing for speaking to me that way. So basically, like, I'm at a place in life where I don't have fucking time. I don't have time. It's like not worth my time and to like get upset over fucking anything. Like, I don't know why I've become so unfazed. I don't understand why. I think maybe it's because of my past and experiencing a lot of like chaos and yelling and screaming and fighting and like, you know, just all of that kind of drama that unfolds in a chaotic household, I guess. I don't know, because now it's like when I encounter it, I'm like, I don't have fucking time for this shit. I've been there, done that. I want to keep myself in this state of like calm at all times, because it's not worth it to like ruin my fucking day. It was at 6 a.m. Like, if I got heated, if I started yelling, I would have been in that mode all morning. It would have probably taken time to like snap out of it. And I just don't have time for that anymore. I just choose now that I choose peace and calm and kindness, because at the end of the day, it's always it's the other person's problem. It's not yours. Like, the reason they're yelling has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And so, yeah. Like, I set him off. What I did, leaving my laundry in the dryer overnight, set him off. And in his mind, I'm a piece of shit for doing that. But it's like, he didn't know the backstory. He didn't understand why. He just decided instantly to yell at me. If he knew why I did that, he would have probably been like, hey, you know, next time it'd be nice if you took it out and you had the construction guy like move everything and take it out. And so, you know, I could come here in the morning with an empty laundry room. But he didn't do that. Okay. He chose violence, and I chose peace, and peace works, bitches. Okay. Someone tell that to Russia, because what the fuck's happening over there? Let's not go back on that topic. I did write a couple notes about my laundry story on my iPhone here. Yeah, I wrote, I'm so unfazed with negative people or negativity. People are rude to me. It's not even worth my time to fight back. Oh, I literally wrote this on my note before recording. I remember watching a Jesus movie in school. I went to Catholic school, and where Jesus got slapped in the face by someone and he just took it. Like, I'll never forget this scene. I don't know what movie it was. It wasn't like The Passion or anything. It was like I don't know. It was just a Jesus movie. And yeah, Jesus got slapped like really hard in the face, and he just stood there and looked the guy in the eyes and like with like loving eyes and didn't do a fucking thing. And that made an impression on me, because you know, I still think about it. Like, shit, that's what fucking Chris Rock did. Holy fuck. Chris Rock took it like Jesus, bitches. He fucking took that slap like Jesus would have. And he took the high road after. He didn't choose violence. He could have. But yeah, I guess that's something to think about. Like, you know, in a way I got slapped in the face there by my neighbor yelling at me and cussing me out about my laundry, but I didn't do it back, and I don't know. I feel like someone listening right now is like, Jacqueline, you could have he deserved to be yelled at. Like, you should have given it to him and reamed him a new asshole, or whatever that phrase is. But anyways, so this is going to segue into the math equation, because what did I say? When you don't know, it's easy to be an asshole to someone you don't know. Is that the phrase of the show today? Okay, I'm going to preface this math equation segment about why the internet is dividing us by saying that, unfortunately, as amazing as I'm going to make this sound, it's not an original thought. Okay, this is information I heard from Owen Benjamin like 10 years ago when I listened to his podcast, and this man is like banned from social media and like the internet, and I don't think he podcasts anymore. I feel like a lot of people hate him, but like back in college, he got my brain going with what he was saying. And he has a lot of like alternative thoughts and interesting takes on the world, and I really liked his podcast. But yeah, I'll never forget this math equation he said, or this little like metaphor thing about why the internet is dividing us right now. So I want to share it with you. I want to like carry this on. You know, it started from him, and he's nowhere to be found on the internet now. So like, I want to, okay, whatever. Basically, it goes like this: proximity divided by intimacy equals the amount someone can hate you. Proximity divided by intimacy equals the amount someone can hate you. And here's what that means. The internet has increased proximity between people because everyone's a profile click away. One click and you're on a profile and there's a person. Okay? That proximity is like, yeah, one click. Okay? But there's no increase in intimacy. You don't actually know these people. And this is the obvious part. Like, okay, obviously, Jacqueline. Yeah, there's no increase in intimacy. You don't actually know them. You didn't have to shake their hand. You didn't have to greet them. You didn't have to fly to them. You didn't have to walk to their neighborhood and go to their house and sit down and have dinner with them. You just had to click their profile. So your proximity to anyone in the world right now is one click away. But there's zero increase in intimacy. And that's what increases hate. Okay? Because like I said earlier, it's easy to be an asshole. It's easy to hate people you don't know. So unless you shake someone's hand and have a conversation with them, you don't know them, right? You don't actually know them. So let's just like use numbers here. I wrote this on a piece of paper before the episode. So let's say one click equals proximity, and then divided by 0.01, which equals intimacy between you and, you know, some random stranger online, like some like mom on Facebook you saw or something. 1 divided by 0.01 equals 100, and that 100 number equals hate. So 0.01 was the intimacy compared to, let's say the intimacy was 100,000, because they're like your best friend. You know this person really well. You've hung out with them. You've talked to them. Okay. But let's say you're 100 miles away. So the proximity is 100 miles, but your intimacy with this person, let's say your mom. I use the mom on Facebook example for the person you didn't know. Let's say it's your mom. The intimacy with your mom is 100,000, but you live 100 miles away. Hate at that point equals, or with this equation, equals 0.001, which is like way less than 100. The first, I'm not good at math, so if I'm not explaining this well, it's because I'm not good at math. It's okay. It's okay. Shit, should I fucking redo this part? Is anyone following? Okay, so the first answer I got for hate was 100 with the person, the mom on Facebook you didn't know, and then your mom, I got 0.001 for hate. So the more you know someone, the less you can hate them. That's what this equation is all about. Fuck. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, again, kind of obvious, but it's something to think about. I thought that the interesting part of what Owen had said on his podcast 10 years ago or whatever was the proximity thing, how everyone's just a click away, and how that's just so fucking crazy to think about, how much access we have to anyone in the world right now. And here's another like segue off of this math equation internet hate topic. Like, I think it's kind of insane, not kind of, it's insane how we have opinions about random people on the internet. Like, why do we get so invested and heated and upset by like someone we don't even know? Like, why do people get actually upset? And so it's like, I think it's because their reality is the internet, that like that has become their primary worldview and their primary like realm they exist in. Like, whatever's on the internet, whatever's on their social media is what they believe is real and what's true, and that's like how they perceive people through their iPhones. And it's like, it's kind of becoming the reality in a weird way. So like, I kind of understand how people can be so quick to make judgments about what they see someone post. But again, no one actually knows each other in real life. Like, and then it's like, let's go a step further. We're all super, heated about this Will Smith shit. And it's like, just, I won't talk about the Will Smith thing because I feel like that's been beat to death. But like, we all have so many opinions about celebrities. It's just like, what the fuck? That's so, I don't know why I think it's so weird. Like, you've never met Kim Kardashian or Pete, what's his last name? Oh my God. Pete Wentz? No. Pete. What's his last name? You've never met Kanye, like, but we have all of these like opinions, and we talk about their lives in depth with our friends, and you hear podcasters like unpack everything, and it's just like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's weird. I don't get it. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. Jacqueline, pick a side. Okay, do you understand it or do you not? Like, I understand why we do it, but it's also weird. Two things can be true at once. Holy fuck. I don't know if my brain is working right now. Hold on. At the end of the day, when we observe people online and we observe their behavior and we comment on it, we talk to our friends about it, we podcast about it, I feel like it's we learn from these people, and we can like learn more about how like we can, it's like, because I'm curious about human behavior. I've always been that way. Like, I always go like, why are you like that? Like, why don't I'm just always like judging and observing and sitting back and looking around and going, okay, I have a good pulse on people and behavior of people, and like just fucking go into their grocery store and like I'm so judgmental. Like, I constantly have like a story going in my head about everyone I see in public. And I have like really fucked up thoughts most of the time, and just like questions like, what the fuck? And yeah, so when we observe these people online and we tell stories about them, we talk to our friends about them, and we do podcasts about them, it's like we're all learning about human behavior together, and we're all, applying it to ourselves and adjusting how we behave. And I guess it's all learning. What did Joe Rogan say about the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing the other day? Oh, it was a teachable moment for society. So yeah, while I still believe it's kind of weird and like, it's not kind of weird. Here's where I'm at. Like, when we have opinions about celebrities and stuff, it's like, to me, it's like we allocate, God, we're so fucking bored. Honestly, it's like we have nothing better to do in this world now. It's like we're just like sad and just like on our phones all day. It's like we have nothing fucking better to do than go on a celebrity's Instagram, watch the Oscars, and like talk about the drama going on in the celebrity world. Like, okay, but to me, it's like we allocate all this time to it, and it's like in my brain, I am seeing it as like a waste of time. Like, it's just such a waste to be actually upset. I guess where I'm getting at is like being actually upset at something to the point where you're tweeting about it or you're ranting on a fucking podcast about it, which I know I do that all the time here. Okay, I rant and I bitch, but so I'm a hypocrite. What am I saying? I can't win. Jacqueline, pick a side. You're a hypocrite. What else is new? I don't know. I guess, yes, I rant about stuff, But I'm not actually upset. Maybe that's other people too. Maybe I'm assuming things about people. But anyways, I'm going to do a little check-in right now because, to be fully honest, as I'm recording this episode, I'm feeling more and more insecure about my words and what I'm saying. And that's just me being straight up. So yeah, I want to do a little check-in with you right now. Is anything clicking? Are you relating to any of this in any way? Is this making sense? Because I really hope that this was a good use of your time listening to me today. Was that math equation? Did you get the gist of the whole like one click in your profile, or you're one click away from a profile and there's a person versus like walking 100 miles to meet them? And fuck. Okay, so anyways, let's lighten this bitch up for real. I need to do this. Should I just do a BuzzFeed quiz? I feel like we're hitting the hour mark here. I also have a random question generator. If you're an OG listener, I used to do this all the time. Sometimes I would just sit and hang out with myself. I used to podcast 7 days a week. I would just a couple days a week, I'd sit and hang out with myself, and I'd do this random question generator, randomwordgenerator.com, and it would give me talking points. And it was fun because I never knew what the new question was going to be. And yeah, it wasn't very the episodes weren't really planned out, and it got me talking about all kinds of topics. So I guess I could do this right now or the BuzzFeed quiz. I'll do a couple random questions. Generate random question. First question. What is your best shower thought? Oh God. It's so cliche. Shower thoughts. This isn't my... Oh my God. Today's episode is all about... These are not my original thoughts, and what is it called? I'm plagiarizing. I don't know who to... I gave credit to Owen Benjamin about that math equation internet division thing. So... Okay, I gave credit there, but I do not know who said this on TikTok. I just scrolled through a video real quick, and this guy's made a TikTok about his shower thought. A shower thought about dogs, and fuck. Here I'm talking about dogs again. Oh my God. Anyways, the shower thought was something along the lines of when humans bark at dogs for fun, sometimes I'll just fuck around with Jimmy and I'll go ruff, ruff, isn't that a mind fuck for them? They can kind of, it's like hearing someone with a thick accent. If someone comes over here from, I don't know, Germany, and they try to speak English to me and they have that thick accent, it's I can kind of get the gist of what they're saying. Is that what it's like for dogs when we bark at them? Does their brain go, what the fuck? They're trying, we're almost there. We're almost actually talking. Does that happen to them? Or are they not that smart? I feel like dogs are so smart, but that's just gotta be a mind fuck for them. And actually yesterday, I was chilling with Jimmy on the couch all day, and I tested that out, and I noticed his eye whites got huge. It was I was trying to do my best bark, and I did it right in his face. And it's probably because I did it right in his face. It was really loud, but his eyes and then he kind of went back a little bit, and he got really excited. His tail started wagging. So there's something to that. So there's a shower thought, an unoriginal shower thought. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'll do the quiz and end this episode. What type of exercise do you like most? Sexual intercourse. Next question. Okay. What kind of exercise do I like? Well, I just ran this morning, and I will say that I'm a good runner. And I've always been a good runner. It's kind of a weird thing to flex or say about yourself. But nothing makes me feel more like a superhero than a good hard run in the rain like I did this morning on the beach, for sure. There was a ridge. There was a ridge before the it like drops off and then you get to the beach. And I was running on the ridge and I was purposely going on the very like edge of it where it was kind of bumpy and rocky because it made me focus on each step, and it was like it was more challenging than just running on the path. And so yeah, I fucking love running. That's probably one of my favorite exercises, like my most go-to exercise, running. And then yoga, obviously that's like church for me. Going to church is like, okay, getting on my yoga mat. And fun fact, it's stupid as fuck to say, fun fact about me, nobody cares. Guys, I'm in an 8-week booty program right now. I actually have to take my before and after pictures after this episode. There's a girl I've been following on Instagram for like 2 years now who she's a trainer, personal trainer, and she always posted about, for like the last couple of years I follow her, she's been posting about this program she does to like grow glutes. And yeah, I finally signed up with her and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna start doing booty workouts. Where are my booty bands? They're next to me over here in a bin. So yeah, I do enjoy like, well, I used to really like lifting, but kind of got off of it and now I'm getting back into it. I'm just like bored. I'm like, I need to switch things up. And you know, my ass is going to be in a G-string all summer in a bikini. So the timing's perfect. It's like we're in April right now. So April, how many weeks is it? 8 weeks? April, May, June. Yeah, this is a good time to do a booty or just any like fitness plan program in general, because it's like we're going into summer, but it's like be fit all year, you know. What is the thing? I remember like Mike Chandler posted. Mike Chandler, he's an MMA fighter. He posted something I'll never forget. Sometimes people post things that stays with you like literally for the rest of your life. Because he's all about like clean eating and like being fit, and he posted stay lean so you don't have to get lean, over a picture of his like chicken and vegetables and rice and like one of his like bro meals for like post-workout. Stay lean so you don't have to get lean. And that stuck with me, because it's like nothing's fucking worse than feeling like, oh my god, I need to go work out and lose this weight. Like, just if you stay in shape, you don't ever have to get in shape. Easier said than done. I also, like, I'm speaking from, this is coming from someone who's also mentioned a lot on this podcast. So I gained the 20-20-20, actually the 20-20-25, and now it's gone. But like, I did not stay lean stay lean so I don't have to get lean. Now that took time. That took me a whole fucking year to get off. And I've talked about how I did it, which I'm really proud of, because it was so like nonchalant and effortless. And, I literally I haven't even been to a gym in this whole time, ever since the pandemic started, and I was able to lose the weight really easily. But I guess go listen to a past episode where I've talked about it. I don't know. Do I want to get into that right now? I'm sick and tired of talking about like food and weight loss and nutrition and exercise. But here we go. This random question generator got me on the topic. Favorite exercise, back to what it asked. Running, yoga, booty workouts, woo woo. Because I'm a brick shit house. Here's the thing about lifting weights. Like, if I do traditional weightlifting workouts, my muscles get big as fuck, and I have like round muscles, or like my muscles grow. Like, some people have their fibers are like long. Mine are definitely like round. So whenever I start doing intense like lifting and heavy lifting, like I can't do heavy squats because my thighs will literally turn into like 2 watermelons wide. Probably not that big, but like huge. Anyways, and I'm all about like, I want the big ass, the small legs, the small waist. You know what I'm saying? The like petite top as much as possible. I don't want like big fucking biceps. Why am I talking so much about this? I need to get off this topic because it's just like, it's not my brand. I'm not fitness Barbie over here. I don't want to be. And I feel like I've consciously decided to not post fitness stuff and health stuff and my healthy eating and like my workouts, because I used to be so obsessive about it. It was actually a problem in my life at one point, where it was like an obsession, addiction, like issue, where I literally my identity was all wrapped up in like my body and how like tight my abs were. And so like now I just I don't talk about it on purpose for that reason, because Fitness Barbie was me back in like like all of my 20s so far, until like 2 years ago when I gained 25 pounds and went blonde and turned into this fat fucking I wasn't even fat. Jesus Christ. Jacqueline, stop talking shit about yourself. Oh my God, this is like so not appropriate. I was hot as fuck. 25 pounds. Me plus 25 is hot as fuck. God. But I also have my opinions about body positivity and obesity and being fat, and I could go there too. Like, God, okay. Next question. Oh my God. I'm not promoting gaining weight and saying you're hot as fuck if you're like 400 pounds. Okay, anyways. Oh, next question. What do you consider to be the smartest thing you've ever done in your life so far? Fuck, this is getting deep. Smartest thing I've done in my life so far? I know what it is. It's the day I quit. It's the day I've literally never told this story. I don't think I ever will. It's the day I quit my job with a company here in San Diego, cold turkey, and I walked out, and I never talked to the CEO, the person I first met at the company, again. That was probably the smartest thing I've ever done. That was the day I took my power back, and chose myself and my well-being and my ahead of anything else, which I wasn't doing for that whole year. I literally got my soul stripped because I was, I don't want to tell this. Maybe someday I'll tell the story, but I literally, so that was the smartest thing I've ever done. And it wasn't very premeditated. Literally the week before I quit, some shit went down on a work trip. And the week after that, I had to edit a bunch of footage because I was a videographer, editor, content creator for the company. I had to edit a bunch of footage, and like literally the week after that trip, I didn't sleep for 5 days. Barely any. I remember just being zoned out, staring at my ceiling until like 5 a.m. every night, just like not being able to like do anything, and I just like, it was in such a dark place. And one morning, the last morning, the day before I quit, the morning of the day before I quit, it was like 5 a.m. I hadn't slept all night. I'm just still like up. I think I posted something, or I like posted probably like a meme or some shit on my Instagram story, and my mom called me and she's like, Jacqueline, what's wrong? She knew something was wrong. Just like intuitively, my mom had that sense. Because she didn't, maybe it was like 4 a.m. She couldn't figure out why I was awake. Because my mom's awake. My mom wakes up some mornings at like 2 a.m. She's like Mark Wahlberg. She fucking works out at like 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, and like it's insane. But she was already up, and so she noticed that I was up, and she goes, what's wrong? I know something's off. Next morning I walked out of the company, and that was the end of that. But that moment was the first day. It was like, I don't know how to say it. If I didn't do that, I don't know where I would be today, because I had to like refine myself. I had to like get back to who I was before I had moved to San Diego. And like, did this just get too, this is getting kind of dark and sad. Like, I was made to believe like at that point I thought everything was wrong with me, but then as I worked on finding myself again, I realized that I was fine the whole time, and I was okay. And so that was probably the smartest thing I've ever done. quitting a job cold turkey. I did write a resignation letter with a beautiful signature. I went out professionally, but no one will ever know what I went through, and I don't think I'll ever tell those stories because it's just like not. I don't like talking about the past. I'm such a I feel like old me used to reminisce a lot, and like I used to be really sappy and like sentimental, and like I always talk about the past, and like now I just like it's part of what makes me who I am today, but I don't know. I don't want to get into the dark shit I've been through. So anyways, let's do this BuzzFeed quiz. Let's end the episode here by talking about the cafeteria, the lunchroom in school. Stay with me here. We're gonna build a cafeteria lunch tray, and this quiz is gonna reveal which clique I belong in. And I do have a little teeny story about the lunchroom in high school I'll probably end this with. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna do this quick. Choose a main dish. Fish sticks. I said fish sticks on purpose. Spaghetti and meatballs, pizza, or chicken burger. Pizza, 100%. Choose a side. Caesar salad, peas and carrots. Dude, wait. I'm in the lunchroom though. Hold on. Was the pizza good? What was like the best thing in the lunchroom? Spaghetti, meatballs, fish sticks. Yeah, the pizza was usually the best thing to get. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Side dishes here. We got Caesar salad, peas and carrots, coleslaw, garlic bread, broccoli or beans. I'm going pizza with beans. No. Pizza with Caesar salad. Yeah, of course. Choose another side. Oh, this is kind of just fucking stupid. Why am I doing this quiz right now? Tater tots. I love tater tots. Fries. Double fried. Tater tots double fried. Fry them twice. You heard it here first. Next time you make tater tots, don't put them in the oven. Don't roast them. Deep fry them. Put them in twice. Okay? You're already eating tater tots. Just fuck them up even more. Fuck your body up even more. I am not an advocate of body. What did I say earlier? Body positivity or obesity or gaining. What the fuck? Shit. Choose another side. A bun. Corn. Ew, the corn was so bad in the lunchroom. It was always like, they didn't even season it. It was just like out of a can. Nachos, fries, or tater tots. Choose another side. I just talked up tater tots a lot. I'm gonna choose tater tots. Choose some fruit. Can I select none? Yeah, whenever I got like an apple in the lunchroom, I never ate it. I'd eat oranges. I'm gonna go orange. Choose a drink. Milk. Ew. Chocolate milk. Soda or apple juice. If I'm in the lunchroom and there's chocolate milk, I'm drinking the fucking chocolate milk, and I don't care if it's milk. I feel like people have talked about my generation, us millennials have talked about our milk consumption in elementary school so much. Like that cooler, you walk in the lunchroom and there's like this cooler of milk. That Dairy Gold, 1%, 2%. Ew, they had 1%. It was the green carton was 1%. The blue carton was 2%. And I remember one of my friends, I won't say her name, would always get 1%. And I feel like she judged me for getting 2%. But like, 2% tastes better. So like, anyways, I do remember, like, there was always like something going on with the milk too. It was always like icy inside. Like kind of half frozen, kind of not, and like chunky, or if you got an expired carton, that was like the worst day of your life. Okay, finally choose a dessert. Pudding, apple pie, a chocolate chip cookie, or a donut. I'm getting pizza, Caesar salad, tater tots, chocolate milk. Honestly, if I'm eating pizza and all that, I kind of want a soda on the side. I'm gonna do soda. Do I say pop or soda? We talked about this, I think, last episode when I went to the movie theater. I couldn't remember if I got pop or soda or what I told the cashier. pop? Soda. I want a pop. Soda. I say soda. Yeah, I told the cashier I want a medium pop. And my boyfriend looked at me. He's like, "Are you okay? Like, did you just say pop?" Yeah, and then I realized what I said, and then I was like, "Wait, do I say soda or do I say pop?" I say soda. Okay, but I do want a soda with my pizza and all the other stuff. Okay. I'm going chocolate chip cookie, of course. What clique am I in? Okay. This quiz was going to reveal which clique I belong in school, and I'm in the fucking goth clique, okay? You're a nice, cool person, but you have a dark, almost supernatural side to you. Read more. A dark, supernatural side to you that you're inexplicably drawn to. You're mysterious, and you like it that way. Plus, you look great in black. I do have this black leather jacket behind me. Let's put it on. And end the episode wearing a fucking leather jacket I got for my birthday back in the day. My mom got this for me for my birthday, and I never wear it. It's kind of like, it's not really the right for California. It's a bit too warm, but it's cool. It actually still has the scrunchie in it. This is vintage. The person who consigned this didn't take their scrunchie out. So I thought that was really cool that the scrunchie was in there, because who knows how old it is. You're a nice, cool person, but you have a dark, almost supernatural side to you. Do I agree with that? I feel like people have told me, like one time I was at a bar and this guy like got me a drink and we got talking, and he's like, I'll never forget what he said. He's like, "You're dark." Is it my humor's dark? Do I have dark humor? Okay, I'll be honest. I don't know what's going on with my fucking brain lately, but I feel like I've become less witty on my podcast, or like I just don't really feel like I used to have that crackhead energy where I'd podcast and I didn't even know what I was saying, but it was like constant jokes, constant like making just fucking laughing and joking the whole time. And I don't know if it's maturity or what, but like, yeah, I used to say some pretty wild shit on here. I used to talk about like fupas and fat upper pubic area. I remember Googling it, and while I Googled it, oh my God, one time I bitched about Gymshark leggings and how girls hike them up so high that their fucking vagina looks like it gives you a fupa. Like you literally have this like fat bulge where your vagina is, and it's like, why are we hiking our leggings up that high? Our Gymshark leggings up that high? And that was like the look. I feel like people still do that. So I Googled, like while I was podcasting, I had the NFL theme song going here and there throughout that episode. I still remember this super well. I was blonde. I was wearing my bathrobe. My hair was slicked back. It was wet out of the shower. I had blue sunglasses on. I remember this so fucking well. And yeah, like I Googled fupa and talked about Gymshark leggings giving you a fupa, and I played the NFL theme song in the back, and yeah, so I don't know. I was actually on the phone with my mom talking, because she listens to my podcast. She was mentioning, like right before we talked on the phone, she's like, "Oh, I was just listening to your show." And I was telling her, I'm like, I don't know what's happened, but I just don't feel as fun as I used to be. I don't know why. Is it because the world's getting dark and sad, and I'm just like, I don't know. There's a lot to poke fun at though about the world. There's like maybe it's like Jacqueline come prepared. I take a few notes here and there, but I used to really come prepared. I feel like I used to really have my note taking throughout the week before each episode. Or I used to podcast every day, but I'd still have my old notebook. I don't know where it's at, but I'd write notes before each episode, and I'd think of like, I'd literally write down my like quote unquote bits or jokes or things I observed. And so preparation is success is preparation. What is the quote? Preparation is the best. Separation is preparation. Preparation, separation. whatever. Goths. I'm in the goth clique. Yeah, I'd say I have a dark side to me. I think I have a depressive side. I'm kind of a depressive person. Okay, like, literally, I'm like the epitome of that quote. Like, the people with the brightest smiles have the darkest. The brightest smiles have the darkest, like, inner world or something like that. I feel like my smile is so fucking big, but like behind it all, and like this isn't the case anymore because it's like therapy, medication, like mental health practice, like healthy mental health practices, like getting older, like learning from my mistakes and like not repeating them and getting good at shutting the bad voices down in my head, like so it's not really the case anymore, but I feel like forever, like growing up, I was always the one with the biggest smile. Like I constantly had a big smile on my face, but inside I was like depressive and like I was really like, I was always really down on myself and just like didn't like myself and never felt like I fit in. I always felt like an outcast. And speaking of the lunchroom and like, you know, being in a clique, I just constantly felt, so growing up, I just constantly felt like I was like a leech on the outside of the group I wanted to be in, where nobody wanted to be my friend. I wanted to be their friends because I perceived them as like the cool people, to like the people to be friends with, but like no one was like trying to befriend me. And then I always felt like a desperate like leech on the edge going like, pick me, be my friend. And it never like, I never felt like I naturally clicked with the popular people, like traditional popular people. I'm thinking of high school right now. And that always made me feel bad about myself. I was always like, why am I like weird? Am I too, and then I always thought I was like too, because one time one of my best friends used to tell me, Jacqueline, you're kind of bossy. You always get what you want. You're kind of bossy. And I maybe I'm a little bit too much. Maybe people thought I was a bitch. I don't know. Because I just wanted to be friends with everyone. And I kind of was. Like, it kind of got to the point where eventually, as I became like a junior, senior, I made friends with I found my group and I was friends with people. But like at first, like maybe it's because I came from Catholic school and I had that Catholic schoolgirl vibe, and people like people didn't grow up going to school with me before high school, so they didn't know who I was. So it was like, I don't know, maybe harder for me. Yeah, okay. Sob story. Need to wrap the episode up. For some reason though, the people I clicked with the best in high school were the fucking stoners in pottery class. Like all the short, they were all like 5'2", scrawny. Some of them were scrawny, some of them were fat, some of them were like actually really tall and skinny. They were all just constantly, they were constantly high. And I think it's because the banter, like I was able to banter with them and laugh at them, and like I was on the same wavelength as them. And so those were like the people in school. Actually, I went to a dance with one of those guys. Yeah, those are the people in school that I felt like they get me. And like, but like the girls, like the girls I wanted to be friends with, like the popular girls, like they didn't fuck with me, but the stoner kids did. I don't know. Who cares? And it's like, I tweeted this when I used to have a Twitter. I tweeted this, and I'll never forget this tweet. I said the weird people in high school. It's like, no, something about the weird people in high school. How did it go? Like, I feel like you realize it after high school, but all the people you thought were weird were just really good at being themselves. And those are probably the best people to be friends with, because they weren't going to judge you and be like weird with you and like compete with you and be jealous of you or any of that shit, because they were just like cool with themselves and solid inside, even though they came across weird and quirky, and they were like LARP, literally like live action role playing on the, you know, on the fucking cafeteria tables during lunch, like doing weird shit, like watching anime, like playing video games, all that like nerdy, quote unquote nerdy like stuff. Even though they were doing that, they were like solid inside probably the whole time and like cool. They didn't give a fuck. But yeah, if you're friends with them, I thought, oh well, fuck, I didn't even, whatever. It's not even like I wanted to be friends with them, but I realize now that those people kind of had a head start at loving themselves or something, or like being fully themselves, or not giving a fuck about what other people think of them. That's what that was. So yeah, interesting episode. We just we went on a ride. Let's recap the ride. Saw a bunch of blown up bodies on my Instagram this morning. Started my day off sad. Blew off the sadness on the beach with my dog. Went on a run in the rain. Confessed that I put my dog shit. I put my dog shit bags, in my kitchen garbage can because I'm lazy, and sometimes it's hard to find a garbage can in my neighborhood. And then that scent perfumes my kitchen, like just the part where I do my, like the section of my kitchen where I do my coffee or make my coffee, perfumes that area. And I'm sick and tired of being this way, so I'm gonna stop that bad habit because I'm an adult and I shouldn't be fucking doing that. So I told you that. Talked about why I'm podcasting. I'm here to be your friend. I'm here to be a source of comfort and just like, I don't know, entertainment in your week. Cause yeah. Then I talked about my neighbor. It's easy. My laundry room war with my neighbor. It's easy being an asshole to people you don't know. I gave you a math equation about proximity and intimacy equaling hate. Proximity divided by intimacy equaling hate. Equaling Why am I recapping the episode? You just listened to it. Is this work? I feel like it's good to recap. Did a little math equation, talked about how close we all are to each other now because we're one click away, and okay. I don't remember the rest. Did a random question generator. Talked about some shit on that. Did a BuzzFeed quiz about being in the cafeteria, and I'm in the goth clique because of the way I answered the questions. Episode 309, we're done. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please, before you go to the next podcast on your podcast app right now, before you exit out, go back to Instagram right now, go to your email, whatever. Before you stop listening right now, please go to your podcast app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Google Podcasts. I'm fucking everywhere, guys. I feel like everyone listens on Google, or excuse me, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, but go there, make sure you're following the show or subscribe to it. And then please, for the love of fucking Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, it is Sunday. Please, for the love of Jesus fucking Christ, should not say the Lord God's name in vain. I'm feeling Catholic right now as fuck. I'm like getting back to like my roots here. For the love of Jesus Christ, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. No, I feel like that's bad. I shouldn't be doing this. Shout out Jesus. Please review the show. Like, it's hard. I don't know how to get you and put your fingers in action right now. But wherever you are right now, if you're on the treadmill, if you're on the shitter, if you're in your car, don't review my podcast and drive. If you're on a walk, please go to the app, click 1 through 5 stars. You can do this on Spotify now. You can rate the show on Spotify or Apple. Scroll down, 1 through 5 stars, depending on how you like this episode. I'm feeling like this was like a 3.5. Yeah, okay, I'll stick with that. 3.5, 3.5. I feel like I was all over the place. I got really insecure there about what I feel like the math equation part really threw this episode off, because I feel like after I did it, it didn't make any sense to anyone, and I got really like, I don't know. So yeah, rate the show right now. Do it. That would help me out a lot. It helps people find out about the show, or like if you write something, like you can write, I like listening to the Jacqueline Monroe show because Jacqueline talks about her dog shitting all the time, or whatever. Like, just write something, or just write, or click 1 through 5 stars. Way too long of a segment to ask people to review the show, Jacqueline, but whatever. Also, follow me on Instagram, okay? At Jacqueline Monroe. And I'm TikToking now, bitches. I'm fucking TikToking at Jacqueline.Monroe on TikTok. And that's it. I hope you have a great day. And oh fuck, Patreon. Patreon.com/tjms. If you want to support the show, it's $5 a month. Go check it out. Patreon.com/tjms. Okay, episode 309 done. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you next Sunday. Bye.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeling